We are now completely drenched, all three of us.
Stuffed all our documents like in our jackets because it's raining so hard. And then this wasn't even the right spot.
Welcome back to Hourless Life. In today's video, we're going to take you along with us across the border from Colombia to Ecuador, and we're going to show you what it's really like to make an overland border crossing. To be completely transparent, our very first day in Ecuador was extremely challenging for our family, but somehow we still managed to find beauty through the challenges of the day, and we're going to share all of that with you in this video. If you are just joining our video series, welcome. We are Eric and Brittany Highland, and along with our 6-year-old son Caspian, we are attempting to drive around the world in our home, a 2021 Jeep Gladiator we call Dauntless. Our goal with our YouTube channel is to give you a first-person point of view and show you what a real global overlanding journey is like. If this interests you and you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We'd love to take you around the world with us on this journey. Our videos will make the most sense if you watch them in chronological order, but if you're just joining us for the first time, no problem. In this video, we are crossing from Colombia to Ecuador on a border crossing that's not typically used. We're not on the Pan American. In our last video, we took you to San Agustin, Colombia, and we took you on a tour of this faithful pueblo that features an archaeological site where the tombs are co-located with the village. It was pretty awesome. If you missed that, we'll link the video here. Picking up where we left off, we're getting into the Jeep and we're leaving Colombia.
It's going to be a very long day. I didn't sleep well last night. There was a massive lightning storm. I couldn't get back to sleep until 3:20. 3 hours later, we're getting ready to go. We're supposed to have rain a good portion of today. The rain has just started pounding. We understand that it's a fairly simple process at this border, that everything is under one roof. We anticipate that it'll take between, say, an hour to 2 hours to get through the entire process. This is a mess. This truck's trying to get through. There's a motorcycle, a car, and another truck on the other side.
Well, there's like a food cart or something that someone left there. Are you gonna let that truck come?
No, I think I'm gonna get behind this truck because they're backing up.
The police officer is literally just standing there observing. It's incredible. It's such a different way of doing things. She's not going to move the cart. Is it up there? Or? Salida. That's salida. So entrada is going to be over here. Yeah, we're going to go around. Cool. I've never seen a border crossing that looks like a tourist visitor center.
We have made it to the Ecuadorian border. This is the border crossing. I believe it's all under one roof, stamping out of Colombia and stamping into Ecuador. We're about to find out.
Hi. Getting the raincoat. Well, that was anticlimactic. This is not the spot.
This is not the spot, but we are now completely drenched, all three of us.
Stuffed all our documents like in our jackets because it's raining so hard. And then this wasn't even the right spot.
No, they said it's 3 kilometers down the road, so
now we're getting all our seats really wet from our rain jackets.
All right, I will put this in a map.
They say it's a chill border. This is definitely chill. It looks like it could be here. We're right by the marking, which is a good sign, but it looks like I lost my data.
This is take 2. All right, Caspio, go up to mommy.
Don't know how much more we're gonna get to film. We're gonna get this process started.
Estamos saliendo de Colombia y tenemos un vehículo.
El vehículo lo puedes entregar aquí diagonal. Al fondo está la vía en Colombia.
Ok.
Se entrega el permiso del vehículo en Colombia.
Después de esto.
Está aduana Ecuador para el permiso acá.
Wow, qué fácil. Gracias.
Listo.
We had some documents that were sent to us in a PDF for an extension because we ended up staying 6 months here in Colombia. The immigration officer needs that extension paperwork, but we don't have it. We only have a digital copy, but it's only in a PDF, and there's no internet here, so we can't open the PDF to show it to them.
I feel bad I didn't even think about it. It's just been so long since we crossed a land border, and I feel rusty. But I know it's gonna work out.
Got my stamp right there exiting Colombia, and the funny thing is I just told Brittany, well, I got mine.
Adios.
Adios. Caspian, what are you doing? Trying to see your stamp on your passport?
Acá solo hay que traer una para meterla de los.
Gracias, señor.
This little folder pretty much has our entire life in it right here. All of our original documents. This is the paperwork process to get Dauntless out of Colombia. All right, so Dauntless is stamped out of Colombia and we're stamped out of Colombia. Now we have to stamp into Ecuador.
¿En qué trabaja usted?
Para el gobierno de los Estados Unidos. That pink one there is our Ecuadorian passport stamp getting us into the country, and now we're off to the aduana to get Dauntless into the country. They are going to have a little snack here while I go out and brave the weather to get our documents done with this lady right here. We're going out to Dauntless. She had to take photos of our license plate, both front and back, and then the VIN number. She's gonna make copies of that, and then we have to go take those back to the aduana. This is the infamous photo that the aduana needs, front and back of Dauntless, plus our VIN number. Now we're going back to the aduana. Esa no, okay. Hey guys, we did it. We made it to Ecuador. Behind us is the building that we just went through. It was all under one roof. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, super smooth. The only thing that could have made it faster was having the copies of our visa extensions, but it wasn't a big deal. Just slowed us down a little bit.
Pretty, we're in Ecuador.
We're in Ecuador.
We're in Ecuador! Ecuador speed bump.
We're going across that bridge.
Yeah, this really big bridge. It still feels like Colombia to me.
I know, right?
Like there's some countries that you cross the border and it's so obvious that you're in another country, and I don't feel that way here. And there's some really rough border areas too, but like even crossing into Panama, that town where we crossed, it felt rough and raw, and this just feels super chill.
Well, we've made it to Ecuador, but our phones don't work. We had about an 8-hour drive today total.
It rained the entire time.
We're in a little town called Coca, and we are walking up to a Claro store to see if we can get our phone situation figured out. We're parked on this little malecon,
Yeah, just in a little parking lot by the mall.
and we're probably going to spend the night there. But first, we need to get our phones fixed, and we need to get some food.
So we made it to the Claro store and signed in, and they let us know that we do need new SIM cards. Even though we have Claro in Colombia, we need to get a new one here. So that's what we're waiting on.
It's been a rough day and night. So we camped in this parking lot last night, and that part of it wasn't bad. But what happened was we went to the Claro store because neither of our phones were working. We got new SIMs, and now my phone isn't working at all, which is hard because we're trying to navigate through the mountains to get to Quito. And it's amazing how spoiled we are on technology. Like, I am gonna have to just like go old school analog, but it is frustrating, and I'm not gonna lie, that's really frustrating. Also, so far in Ecuador, it just reminds me of Belize with better roads. And maybe it's because we came through the farmland and the gas and oil land on our way to get here, and there just wasn't much to look at. We'll see as we approach Quito what that looks like.
So we are both having phone problems. I think it's just the network, is my personal opinion. But anyway, fortunately my Google Maps is at least loading. It's not letting me do directions, but it's loading. So I'm just kind of navigating by Google Maps, looking at the turns.
We are driving through the Ecuadorian Amazon. And the road is been a little rough in spots, but it's pretty much paved. We are going to be doing a lot of climbing into the mountains today on our way to our unknown camping spot. Today has been a mess. If you hear that alarm, that's kind of indicative of what's been going on. It is just frustrating. There is hardly any place to stop and eat. We left at 7:30 this morning. Brittany hadn't gone to the restroom. Caspian hadn't eaten. We've got about a 4 to 6 hour drive through the mountains to a place that we have no idea where we're going. It's just one of those days. It's just dense.
That's so incredible. Probably the closest thing we have to compare to it is something in Costa Rica.
Okay, no speaking Spanish. Hello.
Muy buenos días.
Hi.
Ejército Ecuatoriano les saluda. Por su seguridad estamos realizando un control de armas, municiones y explosivos. ¿Dónde vienen?
We're coming from Colombia.
¿Ya? ¿De Colombia vienen?
Colombia to Quito.
¿Ya? ¿Y a dónde se dirigen de aquí? ¿A Quito?
Quito.
Quito. Una revisión. Vamos a revisarle
Ok.
el vehículo.
Abriendo, digamos. Que me dé abriendo la partecita de acá atrás. Para ver.
Yeah.
I think they're more interested than they are worried about pistols and things.
Yeah. Eric Rick's opening up the back. And they're taking a look. They're probably seeing Caspian's scooter right about now.
Because I'm a kid.
Yeah.
It's the best thing. It's very useful that we have scooter because, like, the moment they see it, they're just like, nah, go, right?
Yeah.
Ábrelo,
Daddy.
Hold on, baby. Thank you.
Hasta luego.
Thank you.
Adios.
Chao.
At that military checkpoint, you'll have noticed that I didn't speak any Spanish. And I do that on purpose because the responsibility is on them to communicate what they want. And if they know that they can communicate with me, those stops could be a lot longer. But really, they're just doing their job. The officer introduced himself, gave me his title, his rank, told me that he was with the Army and that they were there for our security. And then he said that they were specifically looking for weapons to keep the road safe. He asked me if he could look around the vehicle, and I said, yeah, go ahead. And he did, him and about 8 other guys. And of course, our wet socks are there, and Caspian's scooter is there, and our dirty dishes. And they looked inside, and I just pointed and said, Casa, which means house. And they were like, cool, and told me I could close it, and told us to head out on our way. But a lot of times people are afraid of these military checkpoints, and really you shouldn't be. They're not there to do anything bad. They're there to keep their country safe and to help you out.
And they're there to do their job.
That's right, son.
I was not in a good place. I was tired and I had a really poor attitude. We had driven 8 hours on crappy roads, crossed a border, our phones weren't working, and we had no idea where we were camping. I was not much fun to be around. But then I got hit with a major gut check. As we were driving through the Amazon, there was this little boy wearing a bright yellow t-shirt, underwear, and nothing else. And he was sitting on the side of this dilapidated building all by himself, playing with 2 rocks, and he was smiling from ear to ear, happy as could be. Meanwhile, my biggest problems were that my phone wasn't working and that I didn't know where I was going to park my $125,000 vehicle. What is wrong with me? This is one of those moments in life that for me really stuck with me. Perspective is such a powerful thing. This experience changed me forever as a person, and my attitude during our drive turned around quickly.
Look at that.
It's phenomenal. Can't even see the tops. Back to the Andes, the spine of the continent.
We're going to be driving not only up into that, but straight up into that, because that's where Quito is. Quito's at the top of the mountain range over there.
Yeah, Quito's the second highest capital in the world. I don't know what the first is.
If we had internet, we could tell you.
Guessing Nepal. That's my guess.
I mentioned that coming into Ecuador, I wasn't impressed. It just kind of reminded me of Belize with better roads. But I'll tell you what, driving through this Amazon rainforest, high up in the mountains, all the way up in the clouds, it's dramatic. It is something spectacular. And I wish it wasn't raining, but we are in the rainforest. I know a lot of the video that you guys are seeing has the windshield wipers going. But I wish you could look out the window with us and just see what we're seeing. It is unbelievable. And we are still climbing towards the town of Baeza.
It's probably going to be a long time before we're actually in the clouds.
I don't know, son. We're getting there. We are just outside the town of Baeza. This is Casa del Rio, which is a hotel. We were going to camp right here at the end of this little parking lot, but they offered us a room at a really good price for a couple nights, and it's been such a long drive here from Colombia that we think we're going to do that. So we're just going to park Dauntless and get a room. Well, that was a really good stay at Casa del Rio. It's a beautiful little place here just outside of Baeza, and now we are on our way to Quito. We are going to stay with some friends that we've both known for a very long time who are missionaries down here in Ecuador. We'll be parking Dauntless there for a little bit while we fly back to the United States to present and speak at Overland Expo West 2023 and see family, of course. So we're really looking forward to that. It'll be our first trip back to the United States in probably over 550 days. We need to stop for some fuel, and then we've got about a 2-hour and 5-minute drive today.
This is the first time I've ever seen seen a police car at a gas station. I guess police cars need fuel too. With all the rushing. Okay, now what is this?
¿Cómo está? Buenos días.
Hello.
¿De dónde vienen?
From Colombia
Colombia.
to Quito.
A Quito. Siga nomás.
Thank you.
It looks like our side used to go over there, but the bridge is damaged or something. There we go. So we are climbing through the mountains, headed towards Quito. We're 83 kilometers away, and we just passed 9,000 feet. And I think that's the highest that Dauntless has ever been. I don't think I've ever been at 10,000 feet.
We are currently at 11,245 feet, still on our way to Quito.
Slowly but surely, we're climbing.
That's right, Caspian. How high do you think we'll get, Caspian?
I don't know, at the most maybe a million.
We've got a ways to go before we hit 1 billion feet, but we're at 11,387.
What's that noise?
It's Dauntless, baby.
Why?
Big climb. We're at 12,000 feet. So I'm doing my best to keep it around 3,000 to 3,500 RPM on this drive. You can hear Dauntless pushing. But we are now at 12,078 feet and still climbing. And looking ahead of us on the road, it looks like we'll be climbing for a bit more. So I think we just crested. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we did. And if we did, we hit 13,397 feet. And now we're dropping into Quito. Way down below us, you can see the outskirts of the city of Quito.
Can you, Daddy?
Yeah, if you look out the front
Oh, I
windshield.
can see it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't look like it's very far from you.
It's only 43 kilometers from where we are, baby.
Is this a city, Daddy?
We are getting into the city, baby, but this is a roundabout, which is taking us to the Pan American Highway, which is this.
Exit the roundabout onto Carretera Panamericana.
Now we're back on the Pan American Highway.
Really?
Yep, we have finally hit rush hour traffic. I don't know about rush hour, but we finally hit Quito traffic.
I can't imagine what rush hour traffic would be like.
Yeah, we purposefully came into town at this time to avoid it. So hopefully we won't have too much of it.
In 200 meters, your destination will be on the right.
Mommy, when I grow up, I'm going to have a lot of jobs.
I believe that.
As a robotics engineer and a police officer. Are you going to call them? What did she say, Mommy?
She said she'll be right out.
I'm not going to fit through that, I don't think.
We're gonna have to open the top one.
We're not going to fit underneath this gate, but we're going to use Dauntless's bumper to stand up on there and unlatch the top. This is the best part of our journey. This is great. Today we're at our friend's house, packing, getting ready to fly home to the United States. So weird having not been back after so long, but we're looking forward to it. And we'll take you with us as we fly back, pick up Guardian, our Jeep Wrangler, drive all over the western United States, camping in various locations. We almost slide off a cliff in Moab and have to do a 2.5-hour recovery in some snotty mud. We visit with family in multiple different states, speak at Overland Expo, and then fly back, and we'll cover all of that in our next video. If you've watched our entire video and you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do. And if you want to go behind the scenes with us, where we update via live video nearly daily, please consider joining us on our Patreon. We'd love to have you be part of our private community there. The link is in the description of this video. We share all the behind the scenes stuff that never makes it to our YouTube channel, so we hope you'll join us there. And with that invitation, we will see you in our next video.